What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? With y'all, what's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video. Man, y'all see what we got going on. Just as promised, we're doing some tuning on Meech'S. Finna change the idle feed restrictions. Then we're gonna fire it up and see what we got. Me and wifey and the family back from vacation, man. We had a wonderful vacation. We've gone 4 days. So now I'm back on it. I got carburetors came in I gotta do. I got a lot of stuff. So we got the idle feed restrictions, thanks to ATM Innovation, my buddy Doug Cross. So we finna change these and see where it reads. So I crunked the carb, and how about my wideband started back working, which is a good thing, cause I need that. So we got the wideband back working, running like it was running, and all of that. But something else too, I called yesterday. I said, this engine definitely needs some more timing. So I'm gonna increase the ignition time. Well, I'm gonna drop it off over there because my next week kind of hectic. So we're gonna get it over there, and I'm also gonna add one more piece to the ignition system. I'm gonna add an MSD grid. Like I said, y'all, if more people know me, I only use what I need to use. And I like to build and have all my cars to where I don't have to pop the hood for anything. And I mean everything. I don't have to pop the hood, especially when it monitors engine vitals and all that. So I'm gonna be adding a vacuum gauge, because that's another tuning point. And we're gonna add an MSD grid to the system for the sake of seeing where my timing is. Cause with the front accessory set up on Meech'S, to really see where the time it is and see the tab good, man, you got to pull the alternator off the car, because it's just obstructing the view. So to keep from doing that, we're going to add a grid so I can monitor. And then you got multi-stage retard for nitrous. And, you know, you can retard the nitrous even more. I mean, take more ignition timing out. And the data log. That's all I want to use it for. That'll come in handy. So we'll be taking a trip to Summit soon. And like I said, get a vacuum gauge. But for now, we're going to change the idle feed restrictions. See what it does as far as the wideband. I'm looking forward to richen it up. And I want to see it richen it up by at least 2 to 3 numbers, so I can go back on the mixer screws. Once I go back on the mixer screws, well, the idle feed restriction should, if it can give me 1 or 2, or 2 to 3 numbers, I'll be able to go back at least a turn, maybe a little more. And then once we increase the ignition time, I'll be able to go back fully, and this thing will run like it's supposed to be. Then I can check the, and it probably will correct everything. Then I can check the intermediates and then see where we at on high speed. But giving it some more ignition time, AKA some more fire, gonna dramatically help. So I got the engine off, finna set, I got the engine off. I got the hood off, finna set y'all down, finna bust this front bowl off, get them thing changed, pop it back on. We're gonna see where we at. Alrighty, BCG fam. I got old catch, red shirt, whatever you want to call it. Try not to make a mess. This new pretty engine. All we're gonna do is remove the inlet fittings. not the inlet fitting. I mean, remove just the, ooh, I'm gonna have to catch all that fuel. I just thought about it. I'm gonna have to drain it. I need to get me a smaller drain thing. There we go. I'm just gonna drop that piece. And I'm gonna need some more rags. Clearly, we're gonna need some more rag. I'm gonna grab my towel so we can catch some more. I'm really trying not to make a mess. The engine looks so pretty clean, so I want to keep it that way. But you know how it is. Sometimes you just can't avoid it. So let's hope they catch most of it. Gonna drain this baby. Use the smaller head screws. Got it. It's newer style. Up there. You got grease and all types of stuff on it. Hands done got so greasy. Told y'all I'm gonna get this baby right. I really would like to change the ignition time first, but I don't being real with y'all, I don't feel like ripping no alternator off, especially adjusting them. I mean, they got the lift. It's a lot easier to do with a lift because some of it you got to go underneath the car. And I don't feel like doing it today. So, we're gonna make it do what it do. I finally got the right size socket after trips back and forth to the toolbox. All that fuel. Ooh. Oh boy. There you go. Put screws right here. Oh boy, y'all about to see a shoulder. I got a little puddle of water, but I'm finna go down. Just know I would have went down. I'm putting in the vlog and everything. Gonna make a clip out of it and everything. I need to vacuum the water up. Look at this. Man, let's vacuum that up. I ain't gonna let it spread like this. We finna vacuum that up for y'all. So I have to go to the emergency room. That won't be good. All right, gotta get that. Quick work. Now let's get back to it. It's still a little slick right there, but we'll be all right. And y'all, I'm telling you, man, I'm doing this, but honestly, it just needs, I think it needs, a lot of it is, it needs some more ignition time. For sure. For sure it needs some more ignition time. Especially with the wide band. You know, having a wide band, you can tell what you can do, how much you can swing, how much you can't. Otherwise, hit the dyno. It's still good to hit the dyno anyway. But you know. Let me grip that. Alright, got that off. We got that off. Big old jets, boy. Big monster jets. Alrighty, y'all, we're checking in. So we got the primary side off. So you do one at a time. And these are idle feed restrictions. Different metering blocks gonna be different, but they're very tiny. So I already pretty much got this one out. Very tiny Allen wrench, as you can see. So I need to get a new Ziploc bag too, so I don't mix them up. And then we're gonna get them swapped out. And this alone, on the front side alone, probably will do what it need to do. But we're gonna change both of them. If I can get that baby back started. This is a high-tech metering block. And get this thing in here going smooth too. Let me see. Make sure you go in there straight. It's kind of at an angle. Do not need to be messing up a metering block. There we go. Should go in smooth. And a lot of you got power valve restrictions too. Man, it's a lot of stuff. But we just changing the idle feed, getting it more fuel basically. So we're getting it more fuel and we're trying to richen it up because I don't have no in-between room. So I'm trying to back off my idle mixture screws, and then it's gonna run better. Definitely gonna idle better. And then the fuel you run has something to do with it too, cause like I said, you're gonna notice a change when the pump gas hit versus the race fuel. All that affects it. So we're going back with it, which I'm gonna get some race fuel tomorrow. We're gonna go by A-Rod Performance and grab some race fuel too and see how it affects the tune as well. All right, idle feeds changed. We just need to get another, I need to get a plastic bag to put them in, and then we're gonna know what's what. So let's pop this back on the car, then we're gonna do the back. Okay, we back. I didn't record me taking the secondary block off. There was no need. But as y'all can see, look how far the idle mixer screws out. I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know if it's in focus, but they out pretty far, and they shouldn't be out there far. But hopefully this helps move us in the right direction of correcting that problem. And we'll see what we got. But I know the timing, giving it more ignition timing is gonna help for sure. These things just these things so tiny, man. They're hard to deal with. At least with gloves. But I got a cut, man. I had cut myself today. trying to keep that protected. Well, for one, let me get the right Allen wrench. That'll help out. Oh boy, don't drop that. Boy, if that get dropped on this floor, it'll never get found. I'm talking about it'll never get found, boy. Stuff drop on this floor, man, it just blend in. It just become part of the jungle. There we go. And I'm curious, man, to see how much this gonna affect it. Cause I've never had to change the idle feed restrictions on anything. Usually just work, but I mean, we're dealing with a different animal right here. So, you know, they're part of something. And that's what I say, man, like, the carburetor works great. I mean, even with it not being optimal, it's not even optimal right now for my setup. But I bet it will close, it's just the timing, I'm telling you. But ATM, man, they make some bad carburetors, man. They can't take nothing from them. I can't take nothing from them at all. But that's what I be trying to tell people, man. Like, it's really impossible for people to get a carburetor spot on, even with having a plethora of information. It's hard. You still gonna be able to take it, let somebody tune on it that tunes, and they be able to find some more power, adjusting the fuel and the air, and they're gonna be able to find some more power. Cause man, even with carburetor rebuild companies, not rebuild, or custom carburetor companies that do this, it's just gonna be hard, man. Me as a carburetor builder or rebuilder, I understand that it's gonna be hard, man. Like, ooh, that thing tight. There you go. But I will say this: when you're going through a company like ATM, and you know you getting something built spec to your engine, your combination, they're gonna get it closer than most, you know. And you know, you're gonna have people, sometimes you get lucky. You get an off-the-shelf carburetor, put that joker on, it just work. At least you think it worked. But some people, I love telling people this: you don't know what you missing until you find it. And a lot of guys and ladies don't go looking for it because they happy with how it feel, not knowing you might have 35 more horsepower on the table. But you don't know until you find it. And you go out there, you know, like trying to get better. Let me try this. Let me try this. Let me get a little better. You don't know. So you know, they're just the nature of it, man. But all right. So we got them changed out. We got the idle feed restrictions all changed out. And now we're gonna pop it back on. I'm gonna pop it back on. I probably time lapse that. And then I'm not gonna touch no mixer screws, and we're gonna see how much it affects the idle before touching the mixer screws. So we're gonna see where it's reading on the wideband, see how it starts and all that. And we're gonna go from there. So y'all get ready, check out this time lapse.
Cedra, you've done it again.
Okay, we back. Got it all almost back together. We're putting the fuel line, get the fuel line back started. Good. Getting the carburetor feed line started. straight. Woo, my back is broken. We had back day this week, boy. Well, a couple days ago, it was still fresh. Then wifey, in that gym, boy, I went heavy, which I alternate. Like I said, I go high repetition some week, moderate weight, then I go heavy. Boy, my back still sore. Come on now. It's crazy. Look, you get down to the wire with the simple stuff, and this stuff that wanna fight you. Or throwing a carburetor feed line. Simple thing. Alright, got it started. Got that one started. See if we can get this one started now. Then we'll have to check for leaks. Make sure ain't never leaking. I think both of them good now. I think so. You'll get this stuff started, then you'll think that jump straight and tighten it up, boy. It ain't started at all, boy. That jump drive you crazy when you be tighten something up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Tighten it up and it jump slip out. Poop. So disappointing. These lines have to be tight too. I've been getting that from carburetor rebuilds a lot. People be like, Jay, you leaking. I say, tie your feed line up. But when it leaks, it runs down to the accelerator pump cover. And have you thinking the bowls leaking and all of that. Like the bowls ain't leaking. You gotta tie your line up. I had quite a few people say, yeah, they got it. Well, I know, man, it don't just be. You gotta have them lines tight, boy. They show the leak, they'll drip. But I think we good. Now we're gonna put a rag underneath here. We're gonna check for leaks. Which I see wife will put it up. She writing a time card. I need her eyes so she can watch and tell me what we got. All right, BCG fam. Wife has touched there. So she gonna be the eyes of the operation. So make sure we ain't got no fuel leaks before we try to fire this thing off. And then we're gonna see the difference the IFE restriction change made. You gotta get back in the car first. Here going in.
Yeah, I can hear it out. I can hear all that.
Nothing underneath this?
No, I can sit right up here.
Yeah, like underneath.
Sit up here.
No, back too. Make sure.
Can't see that drip.
Make sure you don't see me. And you said the fuel went. Go on that side and then
Yeah.
look in the
Yeah, I can see it when it's over there.
oh you saw the site there.
Yeah.
Well, we was good on that car. I can't tell you. And gloves. I got these gloves that rub under the bottom. See your finger dry.
Yeah.
She's shortcut, y'all.
Yes.
It'll just be in the bowl right there. It won't be nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's check one more time. Look good?
Yeah, I can see that.
Alright. I guess we good. Let me make sure the gas shit gets squirting. Do it from this side. back. All right. Well, wife say we all clear. I believe she's right. Be dry. Oh boy, these things are easy to mix. I believe we good. So, all right, we finna fire this thing up and see what difference it make. Hopefully we can back the Meech'S screws out. Or back and back, turn them in. See how it starts. Then I'll show y'all the wide thing. Matter of fact, you get my phone right there. I can show y'all with the other one.
Where you at?
It's right there. I just record, y'all have this view and real time while I'm starting the car. While this wide pan working, it might decide to act crazy. I'm gonna work the other mixer screws. It did exactly what I estimated, which based on the amount of restriction change I created, I told y'all 2 to 3 points, 2 to 3 numbers. That's exactly what it did, 2 to 3 numbers. So let me get my tuning screwdriver, and then wife gonna sit in the car, and we're gonna back. Matter of fact, let's do this first, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and set the screws where I want to set them, and then I'll just try to start it. But we for sure can go back off the screw because the carburetor isn't warm, and when it warms up, it's going to get even richer. So let's make this adjustment. Well, we might be in business now. We really might be in business. Quick little out of feed restriction change. Let's hope this get it. Now that baby is super rich. That's why I fired up so easy. When that jumper fired up, first turn of the key, I said, yep, it riching it up. For sure. Alright. And if it do if this right here get it, when we get some old timing, it's gonna be even better. Come on, man. I tell them my back broken. On the back day the other day.
Yes.
Back broken. Her back not. She got all the muscles. Mine broken. Listen to y'all, her night about over. Y'all heard it yawn.
I know y'all. I know I'm tired.
Her night about over.
Yeah, I still have something to eat.
Alright, now I'm gonna crank this thing up. We're gonna tune in. I'm gonna have both views. Well, I'm gonna check it first. Then I'll probably have you stand in the back of the car. If it crank up good, then she'll catch the back. But we're gonna see what it says first, see how it starts. gonna back it up. So it's better. So now I'm one more adjustment, then we'll have wife record the back. I'm gonna monitor the AFR and see, cause it's still not where I would like the screws. But you know. Still ain't where I like them, but after the timing change, it's gonna be spot on the money for sure. It'll be dead spot on. But I can say those restrictions, it helped, man. It helped a ton. I mean a ton. So now I'm gonna let wifey catch the back. Yeah, just outside the shop, see if it's smoking. Let them see the difference. Cause last time y'all remember that joke was smoking our tailpipe pretty heavy. So let's see what's happening. Up. Now I actually think I can go back to where I was. I noticed it on the wide band, y'all, it's getting richer. I said, the carburetor getting warm. So I actually might be able to put it where I want to put it. So let's see. It crunked up. Beforehand, where I had the mixture screw set, man, it wouldn't even run. When I had, what Jesse had, I said originally, then y'all know we did the other video, it wouldn't even run, man. It just leaned it out too much. But this time it just ran a little slower. And part of the problem with it being rich at throttle. Cause wife, you got the footage, right?
Yeah.
So what? The more of the we just gonna say smoke, y'all. Even though it ain't smoke, it's just unburnt fuel. But more of the smoke came out when I hit the gas, didn't it?
Yeah, that's when it really came out.
See, y'all, that's the intermediate. That's transition. That's the intermediate air bleed. So I actually could go up on it and introduce more air into the system. But that's why I'm saying you just do it one thing at a time. Handle one issue at a time. And we gotta, the next thing gonna be the timing. The timing first. I'm not touching no air bleed until we add timing into the system because I'm gonna have to change some stuff out again. So once we introduce some timing, some ignition timing, I think we're gonna be spot on. Then I start tuning the air bleed. Me and wife. All right, was it smoking like on idle, just sitting there running?
Really when you hit it.
Just hitting.
Yeah.
So y'all see that? So with y'all seeing the footage, cause she recording. But she gonna catch it again. This gonna be the last time. And like I said, we already went forward. Cause beforehand, the other video, remember it was smoking at idle. Now it's just smoking. Like I said, it's not smoke, just unburnt fuel, but just at when you put the throttle, hit the throttle. But air bleed, intermediate air bleed change to correct that. But, and I see it too. I see it going extremely rich on the part throttle. Cause I'm not really opening it up. So I could go down, take a big old jump on the intermediate bleeds, not down, up, I'm sorry. And then boom. But then, when you put timing into the system, that'll change all of that. So after this, we're gonna be wrapped up. Then we're gonna go to lawless. Let Jesse add 2 degrees of time. She's on the phone. What's she back up? She's swinging there.
360.
All type of stuff going on. Back here, I thought she was squatting at something, man. Like, what is going on? Mess. What a mess. But look, we're gonna get that footage so we close the shop up again, dog. Then I got carburetor to break down and all that. So we're gonna wrap that first day of tuning up, idle tuning. Alright, so you ready?
You ready?
Yeah. Now let's see how easy it starts, how much easier it starts since the carburetor getting warm too. I leaned it out from out, then stop.
Yeah, that man be hit us.
Well, yeah, I know when I hit it, but I'm talking about after the initial crank will come out and then it cleared up.
Yeah. Until you got ready to hit it.
Yeah, I know it's gonna come out and hit it. All right, so let me grab y'all, cause we finna put the hood back on the car. All right, so day one of tuning is wrapped up, cause now that AFR is spot on where I want it to be. It's gonna get a little better, like I said, with some time, but for the most part, it's spot on where I want it to be, because it's in normal range for where a Dominator runs. It's in completely normal range where a Dominator will idle at. And I got it lean, but it ain't crazy lean, but it's normal conditions on where any carburetor will idle. Basically, you know, the leaner you can run a carburetor at idle, the better, because it less fuel consumption. And you know, it's no load on the engine, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. The only reason, which y'all saw in the footage, cause I added the clips in, but the only reason is we getting the unburnt fuel coming out the exhaust on the light throttle is because that's your intermediate. And I mean, I could fix it tonight. I could make a change and fix that tonight. But like I said, it's no need, because when you add time, it's gonna change even that. But we in the right direction. Like I said, we got a handle on the idle. The restriction change was definitely for the better. It's what it needed. So now, like I said, the next step is introducing some timing, and then me and wife are gonna actually do some actual road tuning. And we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. We're gonna find some more horsepower for sure. And then we'll be ready to go to the track. So, hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later, BCG. We out.